she moves on pretty bloody quick. Oh,
What's in this, ammonia? That's probably fine. You already know who it is. I'm about to make this E-boy bend the knee, boy, cause his vocal performance just leaves me annoyed. Oh! So bring it on, Wilbur, cause I actually want to fight you, and I know that I spite you because I'm too big for you to bite too! Not that that would stop you! I gotta be honest, guys, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to begin the jackass comedy YouTuber to wannabe serious musician pipeline. This is what I've been training for my entire life. What is it with Minecraft YouTubers, man? I know I'm probably like the millionth person to ask that question at this point, but it actually is kind of eerie how it's seemingly becoming this pipeline where you have this Minecraft YouTuber who started off in around 2020 with humble beginnings, even sort of revitalizing it and making the public realize that, hey, maybe this isn't the shitty kids game that I was socially pressured into believing it was, because I have no real thoughts or opinions of my own, and I just kind of go along with whatever will get me made fun of the least, because I really just lack the confidence. Fuck you! I might have actually just broken this. Is this normal? Well, let me actually check to see if that's normal. Thankfully, guys, the microphone has a little fuzzy bit on it right here, and that protects it if you ever punch your table and your microphone falls off of it. So thanks a lot, Radio Shack. You guys really did me a solid with this one. Anyway, Minecraft YouTubers, they have the humble beginnings, and then they sort of branch off into a musical career, and then they ultimately get exposed for being a creep. In various different ways. Creep is really a blanket term. I mean, I guess the order of it varies. Like, I think Dream, people had already collectively decided he was a creep before he even started his musical career, and then subsequently had more creep allegations throughout his musical endeavors, whereas Wilbur Soot sort of followed it more, you know, respected, does the music, and then shit hit the fan. Also, I believe that Wilbur's music was generally more well-liked than Dream's even before the sort of allegations started. Probably. I wouldn't know. I haven't really listened to either of them because I'm not 15. But, so that's what the point of this video is today. We're going to be not listening to Dream, okay, because I'm really not interested in doing that. You know, Dream, I see you're going through sort of an eating disorder right now. I can empathize with that, but simultaneously you're also in a drama with, like, someone who just turned 18, I believe, right? How old is Tommy in it? So you're strange, dude. You know, you're objectively kind of strange, and I just don't really want to get involved with that now. I don't want to deal with any strange people on the Cattle Mage channel. We only like normal people on the Cattle Mage channel, okay?
Come and get me, PewDiePie.
So anyway, we're going to be listening to the entire Wilbur Soot discography, according to Spotify. There might be, I mean, there's like his band. I'm not gonna listen to that right now because there's already a lot of songs on here. So first up, folks, we got I'm in Love with an E-Girl. Let's give it a listen. Show me what you got, Wilbur. Soot pre-game just to be sure.
well, it's 2:45 p.m. Wake up from snoring, open DM's can of Red Bull by the bed. Vape is charged and Snapchat's red.
It's pretty relatable so far.
Cause I like you and you like my attention. Let's skip to the good bit. Let's consummate our internet connection.
Oh God.
I'm in love with him. I'm in love with him. I'm in love with him. With an ego. I'm not aggressive. I just ooze masculine passion.
Okay, that wasn't actually that bad.
Got depression.
I wanna be the girl that you fall asleep on call with.
they get Guargura for this?
I'm in love with them. 'Cause I base my ideals on obsessive media. Maybe if I act like them, you'll respond to my DMs.
Okay, that actually wasn't as offensive as I thought it was gonna be. The only Wilbur Soot song I've heard is Your New Boyfriend, and it's slightly insufferable, with all due respect. But yeah, I mean, for a first song as well, it's just a basic guitar sort of thing, but I like the backup vocals at certain points. It's simple. It's obviously sort of a tongue-in-cheek thing about these incel types of people. I think the message got a little ham-fisted at the end there, where it's almost as if those were like things he wanted to put in the song earlier, but he couldn't really make it as lyrical, so he just kind of said it at the end. I could see sort of the wrong type of person kenning this song, but that's not really Wilbur's fault. I guess in a sense it is, because that's kind of, he ended up being like that. But yeah, I'm in love with an e-girl. I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
Hi, my name is...
Relatively speaking, it didn't bother me as much as I thought it would have. Up next, Internet Ruined Me. Relatable! Fuck. I can just tell this video is not going to come out good. I'm going to have to cut some of this shit down. Production value's already up. And, the microphone he's got in the, thumbnail, I got one just like it. I'm not using it currently, but as you look at it, it's a little similar.
Keyboard's like my heart. It shines in RGB and it's full of blood. I don't know what is wrong with me.
And other bodily fluids, I imagine.
Pissed off and lonely. I have trouble speaking
Smegma.
to women unless they're 2D or high definition.
This is pre character.ai. That's pretty revolutionary then, right?
My Twitter feed's like my brain.
This is also pre Elon Musk takeover, huh?
Give me a reason not to be on my knees. The internet's ruined me. Your incel, I think I might be a threat to myself.
I think I saw the exact line in his Twitter apology.
We used to sleep on cold together. We used to sleep.
Anything at the end? Post-credit scene for the Wilbur verse? No. I'm starting to worry that these songs are kind of going to start blending together. I listened to I'm in Love with a Negro and I was like, oh, this isn't that bad. It's not nearly as egregious as I thought it would be. Internet Ruined Me is sort of in the same wheelhouse as that, where it didn't irritate me, it didn't particularly make me cringe, and I could see signs of improvement as well. This is his second song ever, so I can definitely see, he's got more instruments in it. It still has a decidedly sort of indie sound to it, sort of a poppy indie sound to it, but they're kind of samey. They're touching on a lot of the same stuff. It even ends with, we used to fall to sleep together on call, and that was a throwaway line, and I'm in love with an e-girl. And so I worry that I'm just going to be hearing the same sort of shit. But we'll find out as we go into his first album, which has 7 songs on it. Your City Gave Me Asthma, starting off with Jubilee Line.
Northern and Waterloo and City lines and national rail services.
Oh, by the way, Internet Ruined Me gets a 3 out of 5. Although maybe I'll switch it around. I'm in Love with an E-Girl gets a 3 out of 5. Internet Ruined Me gets a 4 out of 5. On the Wilbur scale, obviously, these aren't really songs I'm going to be listening to in my free time. 4 out of 5, just because there's more production value. Feels like there was more time put into it in that sense. So, there you go.
Wasting your time. You're wasting mine.
feel like Wilbur's actually talking to me right now.
Your city gave me asthma. There's a reason London puts barriers on the rails. There's a reason London puts barriers on the tube line. There's a reason they fail.
This is probably, you could probably just chalk this one up to my rampant alcohol abuse, but I didn't really get this one. Well, I mean, I got the first part. Okay, editing cattle mage here. You probably can chalk it up to the rampant alcohol abuse because I missed a very obvious reference to suicide in the last 30 seconds of the song with, there's a reason London puts barriers on the tube lines. There's a reason they put barriers on the rails. Obviously, London would put barriers or fences on these things so people couldn't easily jump off of them and kill themselves. And so with that in mind, that paired with the final line being, there's a reason they fail, I think that's actually very powerful, and it's kind of ironic that this was one of the first songs I really ripped into because it did everything I was kind of hoping Wilbur Soot would do. In fairness to myself, though, I think the reason I didn't pick up on that during the first listen was because the first 2/3 of the song is still about, like, oh, I miss my ex. So I guess I tuned out the ending bit where it's about suicide. So at the end of the day, I think my criticisms in the main video still hold up. Most of the song is still pretty boring, just because the last part is more interesting and significant. Doesn't really make my problems with the song any less prevalent. So just thought I would update you. Oh, your city gave me asthma, your water gave me cancer. What was the third thing? Oh yeah, the pavement hurt my feelings, where it's like this whole idea of he like visited his GF in her hometown and he hated it there. It gave him anxiety, I imagine. I don't know if this is still part of the incel character, so it's this whole idea of like he met his internet GF in person and like sort of just freaked out and blew it, or if this is meant to be sincere Wilbur Soot, I'm not really sure. This song was fine. It was kind of flat, though. It was a little, same few notes in the background. When I listen to these songs, it makes me think, like, is this what people who don't like indie music hear when they listen to indie music? Like, because it's got a lot of the sounds of songs I do enjoy. It like, doesn't make me feel much, though. I don't know, there's just something that feels kind of inauthentic about his style. I'm sure if I knew his backstory more, it might make more sense to me, or if I could relate to it more even, but I'm not sure. It just seems a little... It's sort of a thing where it sounds fine, it sounds pretty inoffensive, but it's just kind of bland. I don't know. I didn't like that much. Jubilee gets like a 2 out of 5.
My name is...
Coming up next, though, Saline Solution, which I imagine has something to do with tears. Tears on my Wilbur. Spray bottle in my hair caused by you. You.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
For anybody who doesn't think I'm qualified to be criticizing music, I've shown you my freestyle ability now and my crooning ability, so how about you reconsider typing that mean comment?
I think this time I'm dying. I'm not melodramatic, I'm just pragmatic beyond any reasoning for thinking I've got fucking rabies or something. I think I've lost my mind, blurring the fact and the fictions while
Got some maraca action, wow.
myself up with a
A lot more instrumental variation with this one.
my optimistically set alarm clock time serves only to mock me with flashing lights. I think I've made my choice. I'm the deceased playing victim. Slip the face, slip the victory. I think I've made my choice. All your saline solution to all your problems.
That's very authentic. You put the little laughter at the end. It's very cute. No, but seriously, all things considered, that one wasn't that bad. I like that one a lot better than Jubilee Line. Like I had said, I like the instrumental variation. It's nice. It helps differentiate itself, because that was something I was worried about, is that all these songs would kind of blend together. I also think the message of this one was more concise, just sort of the mental health coverage of everything. I also like how he does different keys when he sings, because up until now it's sort of just been the same sort of talk singing. That wasn't bad. I don't think he's got a bad voice, but it was kind of repetitive. I like that part towards the end in particular, where the instruments got louder and he kind of is singing more passionately. I like it because you can tell he's not like really a trained singer, but I can enjoy that kind of stuff. I can enjoy sort of an authentic kind of singing from the heart, because that's something where I wasn't really feeling as if he was that emotionally invested in it. And it just kind of felt more like a performance of sadness. That's not to say that I'm doubting his mental health struggles or whatever, but it just kind of, you know what I mean? From an artistic angle, it didn't really express much to me. But no, I like that. That was good. I think above all else, I can appreciate these songs for how they're like sort of homemade quality to them. When I say indie, I put it in quotes because I just don't really feel like Wilbur Soot has the attitude where I would really consider this like quality indie music. But I mean, objectively, it is true, because it kind of sounds like he's working out of his bedroom with like a girlfriend or a friend or something, and so I can appreciate that. Saline Solution gets a 4 out of 5. I didn't think that was that bad. Coming up next is Since I Saw Vienna. So, see what this is all about. He took a trip to Italia, which is pretty hardcore. Is Vienna in Italy? I'm an idiot, dude. I was thinking of Venice. God damn it. I gotta cut that out. I like nuke my credibility.
Treating my memory of you like a fire, let it burn out. Don't fight it, try to move on. It's been 60 weeks since I saw Vienna. A bandage and a white smile.
That was it. That one didn't really do anything for me. It was very, very sort of overbearingly mellow. I can appreciate the duet angle of it, but whoever he's singing with, she's like barely audible. And it's like, I don't know, this whisper singing, I'm kind of getting sick of it, because that's like the main form of singing right now. It's just something about Wilbur Soot music that just feels kind of forced. I don't know. Maybe if I didn't have the context of like who he is as a person, I could appreciate these more objectively, but it's like, you know, I'm not trying to be too negative. I'm not trying to just shit on stuff just because he did bad things. But I like legitimately, I'm not like, that didn't invest me at all. Since I Saw Vienna gets like a 1 out of 5. That was very boring. Next up is Losing Face. Let's check it out.
Tracking all our cars on Carvana's
Oh!
value tracker on
First
all our
Spotify ad!
devices? Yes, Christine.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In
Want a break
Dax's
from the
domain,
ads?
we see all.
no,
So we
but I'll
always know
gladly
what our cars are worth.
ingest some
All
more
of them?
ammonia.
All of them.
Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds.
Fuck you, Ryan Reynolds. Can we talk about this?
Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft. leading
Just to
lost
spite you,
funds.
LifeLock.
LifeLock
My name is
monitors
Cattle
millions of data points per
Lester
second.
Mage.
If your identity is stolen, our restoration
I live in
specialists will
Phoenix
fix it, guaranteed, or your money back.
with my
Resolve to
2
make
loving
identity
stepfathers.
help and
My credit card
Spotify.
number
Terms apply.
is 2261. Anyway, here's Losing Face.
It's a visceral coming to. She wrote an album, and that's something that I can't do.
Boy, that one didn't age quite so well. You did make an album, Wilbur.
Is he better than me? Has he seen more to this life? Can he smoke more? Can he fuck more?
Can he bite more?
Be his wife? Can he break me?
I'm sorry, that was low-hanging fruit.
I don't. I'm losing. As long as you're happy, I don't care.
Okay, so that was Losing Face. That's another one where the message is more obvious, where a schmuck like me can understand it. This is clearly about... This is like sort of a message to one of his exes who is now dating someone else. And he's just sort of being like, how is he better than me? And then sort of reaching the final stage of grief at the end where he accepts, like, I don't care as long as you're happy. But in his heart, he's still hurt by it. And honestly, it's like, Wilbur, you're killing me, because this is basically the same message that the character in your incel songs was doing, except a little less tongue-in-cheek. There's something lame about it. As far as instrumental, though, the song was fine, I guess. Oh, it's still a little samey. I'm not that impressed with it, though. I give it like a 2 out of 5.
My name is...
Just sort of... It's bland. It doesn't make me feel anything. Next up is Your Sister Was Right. So, interesting title. That's already kind of hooking me. We'll see how it goes. This just sounds the same again.
I use everyone I ever meet. I can't find the perfect match. Abuse those I love while I ostracize the ones who love me.
Okay, I like this part a little bit. A little variation, I like it.
I hate to say it, but your sister was right. Don't trust English boys with far too much free time. I'm a wanker, complete wanker, a fucking waste of time.
Yep. On the bright side with that one, it kind of helped me put my finger on my issue with these songs. Something this reminds me of is the Penelope Scott album, where it's just her with her guitar, piano, and just like even kind of like a bad microphone, just kind of singing about various different things. I love that album. I love Sweet Hibiscus Tea. I love American Healthcare. Plenty more. But the difference between those and Wilbur Soot, just the subject matter feels more significant with Penelope Scott. Like, she's expressing her frustration with society, like political unrest in America, and just like feelings of self-hatred and what have you. And I just feel like that's a lot more compelling than, I sure do miss my ex. It's like, I'm sorry you missed your girlfriend, but like, I mean, a lot of people miss their girlfriends. This feels kind of, I don't know. It feels like he thinks he's more special than he is. This one in particular, kind of, I feel like the hindsight messed this one up a lot, because it's a very self-pitying song, you know, where he's like, your sister was right, I am a bad person. Presumably he fucked up in the relationship somehow, and like, obviously he feels broken up about it, but, you know, he's still like in touch with the fact that like he fucked it up, and her sister was right to think that he was bad news. And I feel, especially with the hindsight of his apologies about the allegations, it just feels kind of frustrating, because it's like, oh, boo-hoo, I'm a bad person, but I don't want to be a bad person. And so it's like, I don't know, dude, so do better. Stop writing your gay indie music and, like, see a therapist. I don't know. But I did like the sort of break with the key change and the louder. I like it when it gets louder. I like the... Because it just feels like, it just kind of just drains out of my ears when it's just like, I'm Wilbur Soot, da-dun, 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 and I'm so sad, but I love you. It's like, that's boring, you know? Engage me. And I'm not just saying that because it's like, oh man, I want the sad song to put fucking Raining Tacos in it. It's like, no, I understand that this is supposed to be sad, depressing, sort of slow-paced music, but it's like, just because something's sad or slow, it doesn't have to be boring. Anyway, next is La Jolla, Guy Lepoint. Making me cry. It's probably just the ammonia, actually, entering my system.
You know it takes a lot to move me.
Is ammonia dangerous? I should...
So if you figure it
Ammonia is an inorganic chemical compound of nitrogen and hydrogen with the formula NH3. Okay, but is it bad for me? Is a waste product that bacteria in your intestines primarily make when digesting protein. So it's already inside of me, that's fine. I mean, it's not good to eat your own waste and like drink your own piss and stuff, but this ammonia didn't literally come from me, it just came from a cleaning product, so it's not the same thing at all. Now, let me check to make sure I'm still recording. Don't worry guys, I'm still very much engaged in that song, I'm just sort of... Yeah, we're still good. Chair's so goddamn squeaky. What am I, Wings of Redemption?
so I don't figure out where you.
There's gonna be a little skit at the end. Nope, nothing. Okay, La Jolla. That was a definite one. That was really boring. When I was first hearing the phone in the beginning, I thought it might do something cool with that. But no, it's the same bullshit. It's just the same few guitar notes. And I'm so sad. It's like, cheer the fuck up, Will, dude. It's like, why do you make this many songs when you have, like, nothing to say? I feel like I have to be going through exactly what he is going through to appreciate it. That's something that I find amazing about music in particular, is that it's so good at getting feelings out of you just through like various sounds and just like word choice. I think that's like the value of music. But with these songs, I'm just thinking like, man, I wish I had like context on what he's fucking singing about. It's like, I'm sure this was a very sad moment. Very sad breakup you went through, the 20th fucking breakup of this album. But it's like, I don't know, I wasn't there, dude. I can't really feel much for you when your presentation is so monotonous and bland. And I should reiterate that it's like, I understand having a sound. You know, I mentioned Penelope Scott. She uses a lot of the similar samples in her music, particularly in the Public Void album, which I really enjoy, where you hear a lot of this, like a lot of similar electronic sounds or similar samples, and it gives each of the songs like a similar listenable, likable quality, but all of them still feel very distinct. A lot of true crime, for example, has a similar beat that's used in American healthcare.
The ropes are heavy and the knots are tight, tied by a monster and his oblivious wife. Well, I hope this doesn't seem too impolite, but Ted Bundy was just never that fucking bright. You want me to say, but tell me faster, cause you're running out of time. I want to tell people.
And yet, you can still see that those are very different songs. She can use these literal, like the same sound, but still give them a unique spin. And Wilbur Soot music is just not doing that. And the lyrics are just covering the same few topics. It just feels like, alright dude, I get it. You could have cut this down into like 3 songs, I don't know. Final song of Your City Gave Me Asthma, I'm Sorry Boris, which I can already tell I'm going to be a huge fan of, because it's about Caillou's father from the Go Animate videos that we all love so much. Nah, but seriously, Boris is an awesome name, so I'm glad that Wilbur's giving his sincerest apologies to him.
I figured out what can move me.
Did I hear a Discord notification?
Planes and suit. It's trains and hard
Hold on.
can move me.
That was a Discord notification. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Well, this is the best song so far, definitely.
I can't believe that I'm leaving. I don't think I want to leave you here alone. But they'll knock down the pubs before helping you. They'll make you jump under trains before helping you to leave you.
Okay, so that was I'm Sorry Boris, and I actually kind of like that one. I thought this was just gonna be a laughing stock because of the goddamn Discord notification in the background. But you know what? It actually grabbed me more than any other song in this album did. I don't know who Boris is to Wilbur. I guess, you know, this is the consequences of going in blind, is I don't know some of this backstory, but I get the impression that he's some sort of friend, or like, you know, just sort of someone in this city that Wilbur went to visit his GF or something. And just sort of this whole thing of like, they'll do this before they help you, and it's like all this stuff where it's like, you can tell Wilbur feels for this guy, and of course, hence the title. I don't know, it just feels very personal and intimate. More so than any of the songs about his partners, assuming Boris is not one of his partners. I don't imagine he is. But yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about, where it's like, I don't even need to fully understand the message to like sort of feel the feelings, and I think that's a very powerful thing. So, I'm Sorry Boris gets a 4 out of 5. That was pretty good for Wilbur Soot. I didn't mind that one. Thus concludes Your City Gave Me Asthma. Now we're moving on to a classic, Your New Boyfriend. Here we go. Life isn't... Fuck.
If I could change a single thing,
I'd make it me and not him. He's in your bed, I'm in your Twitch chat.
I've got the key and he's just a doormat. And even though he's got social skills, that doesn't mean I can't pay the bills. Anyway, make the most of him, 'cause she moves on pretty bloody quick. Oh.
Your new boyfriend's an asshole. That should be on TikTok. Oh shit. This is ridiculous.
Want to smell your hair.
Okay. I've never heard the last ending part. Your New Boyfriend gets a 5 out of 5 for sure. I don't know if that probably says more about me, but this song is peak Wilbur Soot so far. I think him playing a lot more into this like slimy, loser, creepy kind of character makes it a lot more enjoyable. The beat has a lot more energy. It has a better narrative than a lot of the other songs so far. I don't know, it's just a lot more engaging. I remember when I first heard this song, I thought it was pretty cringeworthy, and it still is for sure, but I guess I've been numbed down enough to enjoy that sort of thing now. But especially with the hindsight of the other songs I've heard, this was like a real palate cleanser. Wilbur Soot in all of his music so far has always been kind of this like pitiable, sort of pathetic guy, but the other songs just have like this underlying thing of, but you feel sorry for me because of that, right? Oh, Wilbur, don't say that about yourself. Like, obviously, he's kind of fishing for his preteen audience to be like, no, Wilbur, I love you so much. You're so fine. Don't say those things. But so I like this one a lot more because it just sort of fully plays into this just like weirdo where it's like, I think about him nude sometimes. I'm not gay, though. I love the fucking Jason Derulo just saying that in the background. Like, that's ridiculous. I love it. It's fun. It's hard to be bored while listening to Your New Boyfriend. And I feel like after sitting through Your City Gave Me Asthma, I really needed something to kind of give me a bit more energy. So yeah, I mean it's lame for sure, but it's a lot more self-aware, and I can respect that a lot more. I don't know, I like it. 5 out of 5 for Your New Boyfriend. Up next is another single, and this is Wilbur's first song of 2021. So get ready, guys. How did Biden's position in office affect Wilbur's music quality? Let's find out, and maybe I was boring. Interesting album art. He's getting like an exorcism on it or something.
Had cool stories.
This song is fucking 13 minutes!
Him and his obsessions with trivial things. Like the amount of fucking love hearts I finished a text message with.
I didn't mind that. I like the sort of frustration.
Why can't he just bore me to death?
Is the whole song gonna sound like this? Because if it does, I'm skipping it.
Bore me to death.
Spotify labels it as a single, and it's a single 13-minute thing, but it's like split up, so I guess this is technically an album? I don't know how this shit can happen, but... Bore Me to Death gets a 2 out of 5. It gets a 1 out of 5. I didn't feel anything from that. That was just very boring, and... I mean, it could be because I thought this song would be 13 minutes long, but I was just waiting for it to end. It's just more of the same shit, like complaining about like your ex's new partner and stuff. It's like, I'm tired of hearing about it, dude. Write about something else. If you're not going to do anything new with it, then just write about something else. I think it's run its course. Like, this has been a year now where you're just doing this. This is just the same song again. Fuck's sake, dude. Hold on.
Cause I'm, and I can't say
Ryan,
that
look out!
Thank you.
Brian Griffin, permission to skip Maybe I Was Boring of the Wilbur Soot discography. You okay with that?
Well, I mean, I suppose you can, Cattle Mage, but you know, I really wish you would stop throwing me.
No, Ryan!
Fucker.
That day in the
This
summer.
song is still going. Maybe I Was Boring, the whole thing gets a 1 out of 5. Fuck that. It's all the same shit again. Okay, up next, Soft Boy from 2022.
I'm living the dream. It's just one of those dreams where you're losing all your teeth. And if you think that it gets better, darling, take a look at me. It's not an ego hoodie, it's a work of art. I get turned on by my reflection in passing cars. I'm looking for a window to another world where I don't feel as lost and bored. I just don't want to be a soft boy anymore. I want to be yours. I want to be yours. It's not an ego, it's a work of art.
Okay. Alright, it's sort of a wannabe surf cruise song, in my opinion, but I mean, I didn't mind that one that much. That one was sort of Your New Boyfriend tier, where I feel like Wilbur Soot does better when he does more energetic music like this. I feel like the moment he wants to be taken seriously, I just kind of do the opposite. So I can just appreciate songs like this more, where he's more obviously playing into like his sort of weirder, more eccentric traits. And I imagine people coming from his Minecraft Let's Plays probably expect something more like this from him. I also love the album art where he actually has the fucking hentai hoodie on. So I like that. That's real performance art, Wilbur. Soft Boy gets 4 out of 5. I don't think it's as earwormy as Your New Boyfriend is, but it didn't frustrate me at all. I thought it was engaging. I like it. Now it is time for the final Wilbur Soot album from 2023, Mammalian Sighing Reflex, which sounds like a Radiohead song, so Amazon Standing Lamp. Let's give her a listen. Is that Brian Griffin on the album art? Brian, it's you! Brian, you... Whatever.
It's gonna be a lot more till I'm gone, wasting inside my mind. Ostentatious, Austin, Texas. I get so drunk I can.
I kind of like that lyric.
Hit me now before this
I don't hear the word ostentatious in songs often. Nor do I hear shoutouts to Austin, Texas, so I respect it, Wilbur, I respect it. Us Texans gotta look out for each other, right? Oh. This is interesting.
It's the only life left in my life. The top heavy Amazon basic standing lamps. The only life left in my life.
Now that song was interesting in the sense that, towards the beginning at least, Wilbur was not actually the main singer. He was sort of the backup singer, and the other person who has seemingly been appearing in the other songs, I'm assuming it's the same person, was sort of the lead singer on that, which was interesting, but the highlight of the song definitely was just sort of the key change, maybe about like halfway through, 2/3 of the way through. Then it got a lot more interesting. I like how they had like gunshots at certain points to sort of symbolize the break in the type of instrumental they were using. I thought that was interesting. I like the ending part a lot more, but sort of a slow start. I was kind of worried it would just be more of the same stuff at the beginning. I was kind of ready to sort of brush this one to the side, but nah, I didn't mind that. It sort of built up to something better, and I like just sort of that. I like that sound a lot more than just sort of the flat guitar stuff they've been doing so far. It felt kind of like hellish in a way. I don't know why that's the word I want to use. I don't know. It's just something. It feels like bad things are coming, and I thought that was interesting. The lyrics just felt like more of the same stuff, but I mean, presentation really does go a long way. It gave the song a lot more character. Amazon Standing Lamp gets like a 3 out of 5, I think. Song number 2 is Mine/Yours. Now the question is, will this be an I, Me, Myself? Or will it be a trigger warning for domestic abuse? That's very poor taste.
You never like me when drunk. Start to believe you never like.
Make sure everything's recording again.
So I agree.
Yeah, it's still going.
I'll say fuck you.
Oh, my battery's running low though. I'm gonna get a plug real quick. I'm back. Oh god, hopefully this cord is long enough.
Take myself away.
I can hear it through my headphones, it still sounds like the same fucking song. Damn it, it's not long enough. That was almost a goddamn disaster.
Because the alternative's far more alarming.
Okay. The highlight of that song was my camera almost dying and me having to go haul an extension cord out of the basement to plug it in so I could continue the video. Mine Yours gets 1 out of 5. It's boring. All these songs sound the same, and the fact that I'm listening to the entire Wilbur Soot discography is really starting to weigh down on me. I don't know, it's like my room is such like a fire hazard right now, and now it's also a tripping hazard with all the wires everywhere. I feel like if I spill something, I'm just gonna die. I'm just on edge. Next song, Around the Pomegranate.
Need to spruce back Californian communes. These old true. In my mind, everything you said was true.
that was shit. That was really bad. It like cut into 3 different sort of tight Wilbur Soot sounds that he does, and they were all like the worst ones. It sounded kind of neat for a second, and then it cut into like the typical mumbling that he does, and then it cut into like louder music, which I said I liked, but I don't know, that one was just kind of with the moany, like strained singing. That was just very unpleasant. That actually kind of hurt my ears. I wanted to skip that one bad. That's a 1 out of 5. That was bad. Next up is I Don't Think It Will Ever End, which is a very ironic name considering my current state of mind right now.
Hey guys, do you wanna hear something funny? So, I find myself in these cycles like a figure of 8.
It sounds like Zelinki.
It goes like this: I get sad, and I hide myself away for a bit, which is fine. But then in hiding myself, I feel silly, and responsively I start forcing myself to go out and interact with people again. Then in doing so, I feel sad, which is not a good feeling when you're supposedly in a good phase. So, as almost a self-sabotage, if you will, I get silly, and then I don't know.
Okay, that gets a fuck you out of 5. That was nothing. That was like a Rick and Morty improv thing. I'm assuming it's segueing into the next song. That was nothing. That was stupid. And the whole, like, I get silly. It's like, shut up. I can't deal with the goddamn woobifying, depressive mood swings. Fuck you, Wilbur Soot. Glass Chalet. This shit actually makes me so restless. He came up with a new sound. I gotta pause. Okay. I think this is the end of the video, honestly. He comes up with a new sound, which is basically his previous sound, but now he's got little boo, boo, little, like, I don't know what you would call those, little electronic, like, MIDI sounds in the background, and it's like, same mumbly singing, same, like, backup singer, same, like, stupid subject matter. It's like, I'm sad, and I get broken up with a lot. It's like, maybe you get broken up with a lot because you're a fucking bore and also a domestic abuser. Maybe you should have thought about that before you made 4 fucking albums and wasted all of our time. I think I've said everything I could about Wilbur Soot, and I was trying to be fair, too. I'm not trying to be like the angry reaction guy, like, oh, I hate music so much. Man, wow, Wilbur Soot sure does suck. Because it's like, I mean, that would be so easy to do, because it's like people don't like Wilbur Soot now for obvious, very valid reasons. But it's like, that would have been, I wanted to avoid playing into that, like, oh, I don't know anything about music, I don't know how to criticize this in any meaningful way, so I'm just going to be like, haha, you bite people, I really wanted to avoid doing that. But honestly, it's like, he's exhausted all my goodwill. I do not care to listen to the rest of Mammalian Sighing Reflex, which is a bullshit name anyway. That's a stupid fucking name. I'm just tired of it. I don't like Wilbur Soot. Officially. You could mark this in the Cattle Mage history books. Cattle Mage, no likey Wilbur Soot. I need some goddamn ammonia in my eyeballs. I just need more of it in my system, dude. Oh my god, my eyes are burning so bad. Oh my god. This was a failure. I didn't even throw up on camera.